Could you share a bit more about yourself, before we dive into the topic of fear?
Yes, yes, I help solopreneurs, and in this case, it's easy for me because I was an expert myself. After quitting corporate years ago, I went to discover the journey to be entrepreneur, and I would say solopreneur, this case. And it was like 10, 12 years ago when I started my consulting business. And it was really hard. No, although I was in sales, I was successful in the corporate world. It was really, really difficult for me. Firstly, to sell my services and to get this business run according to my image, to my vision. And after really a long struggle and really learning, not the passive struggle that I would be alone in this, I was learning from my experienced colleagues, from others, from books, from courses, from coaching programs. So after learning a lot and adapting it to my situation, then I cracked the code. And actually, I found it even more um, for me suited to be in this mentoring business when I started to mentor first my colleagues to help them also to have successful consulting coaching businesses. And then once we moved completely, and I removed also my husband from the corporate world, and we choose the location to
You
spend.
remove, uh-huh. Okay, you removed your husband from the corporate world, like he's
Yeah. Yeah, also.
oh, okay,
So
yeah,
we decided like, oh, we really want to help the other solopreneurs to run their businesses the smart way, also using tech. And
yeah,
he is responsible for tech, so he is with me in the business. And um, do it smart way and
yeah,
really do it because these people, these experts, they are really, really um, on demand. They have
mm,
a big role in today's world. They have a knowledge they need to share. And I just don't want that the selling part, in a way, will prevent them to do so.
yeah. Wow, that's really an interesting journey, Jana. Like I also,
Yeah.
like give a background why you're doing what you do now, and yeah, kind of really that is like to really empower these experts who probably, like why are they not showing up like powerfully in like in the sales, in their business? Maybe there are some fears lingering. Would you like to
Oh,
offer
yeah.
from
Yeah.
the angle of fears? What have you seen so far?
Yeah, so when I started helping them, it was all about strategy. I was so happy that I found a strategy that works, so now you can sell. That I really wanted, and I gave them the plan, the roadmap. Like, this is what you need to do,
Yeah,
and you will have a success. Well, it wasn't like that. They didn't execute. They didn't do it,
yeah.
which was really like for me. Um, and not to crack. So I went deep into like why it's not happening. And then this is something which I really started to work on more, and is mindset, and
Mm.
to incorporate the mindset. And I will explain a little bit what I mean by mindset, to incorporate it in my work, because without that I couldn't really continue because they wouldn't do the work we agreed on.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
Yeah, I agree that like a similar observation also in my work with clients, because like a lot of them also like, want to, to take care of their well-being, to maintain their mental, emotional health, not for the sake of that alone, but they also want to be successful in whatever space they are in, kind of in their career, in their business. And quite often it's usually like, like if we dive deeper, there's some maybe underlying fear that prevents people from taking action. And
Yeah.
yeah,
And I love what you do because it's so important. And this mental wellness, emotional well-being, you have to have it. And when it is not, when there is something coming up, and when you who is listening to us and you happen to be a business owner, then you know what I'm talking. When you know that you have to do something but you are not doing it, the procrastination and this kind of thing, that they are actually mental blocks, right? So we have to deal with them. And fear, yeah, we all have fear, and we will always have fear. We will just learn to have a different response to the fear. And that's the journey, which is
Yeah,
beautiful, because this is, I would say, the only road which then leads to success. We have to work a lot on ourselves to manage it firstly inside, and then everything can also materialize outside.
yeah, love it. Because we cannot give what we don't have, right? So we have to do the work first. And it's really interesting that you mentioned about procrastination as a mental block. It is also, kind of like, yeah, there it often also comes to the surface with my in my work, and it's a lot to do with maybe like, yeah, fear of, like failing, fear of, oh, if I don't start, then
Beautiful.
yeah, there's no way I could fail if I don't start ever. And could you
Yes.
share could you share a tips, like for our audience, like about.
Oh, that, yeah. But before that, I would like to say that I work predominantly with female solopreneur, and I have to say most of them actually have fear of success
Oh,
more than fear of failure.
wow, that's interesting. Yeah, kind of.
Yes.
So what are these fear related to success? What is it like? If you become too overwhelmed with your success, or is it like? Can you explain more?
Yeah, these are these voices in your head. You are maybe trying to shut them up, that
Mm,
they don't talk, but they are always there. And sometimes it pop up or does prevent. And
mm,
it can be like things like, I cannot be more successful than my husband,
oh,
or if I will be successful, I will lose my best friends,
yeah,
or all the kind of things like
oh,
even maybe not articulated. Sometimes these thoughts are that don't have really sentences. They are just there and
mm,
preventing us, but it's actually fear of success. So the tip, I think it would be like the same like you would give. The first is awareness. The this is already the half of the problem is solved when we are aware of them, when
mm,
we acknowledge them. And I think this is what we as expert, we what we need to do. And for example, this interview or other things you are doing, we are doing, they are helping other people to gain awareness.
yeah,
This is so important, because
mm,
once they have it, it's their choice to if they will do something with it or not. But to be aware, because if we don't know what we don't know, that's the worst place to be, right?
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, that's really yeah, enlightening. Kind of to see the different sides of procrastination. Like there's fear of failure, but also fear of success. And what I hear from the examples you shared, oh, I don't want, kind of what if my husband get offended, or if I cannot, like if my best friends will leave me if I'm more successful. There's a lot of relational aspects as well,
Oh
and
yeah.
about this, a sense of maybe acceptance or sense of belonging, a connection with other people that matter to us.
This is your topic, right?
Mm,
Belonging. This is so important because we are not built to be alone. We don't thrive when we are alone. And already, this being a solopreneur, we are a lot alone. So there is already
yeah,
danger in it. So I think that's why the community, and we see there is a rise of communities and of networks, especially for women, they have an even different aspect. Like for men, they have been always for men, and because they were clever, they understood that to succeed and to achieve their goals, they need others. So it was more like the way to achieve their goals. But we need this community because otherwise we are unhappy as a woman. We need that. And we need somebody who will support us, cheer us. We need that even more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with all you say, except at one point, like you said, like because
Tell
men
me.
are clever, no, women are equally clever as well. So yeah, kind
Oh,
of
yeah. But they were first clever to use it.
yeah,
And we were sleeping, we were sleeping
yeah.
for a
We
lot
have
of
to,
time, a
yeah,
long time, not actually being able to ask for help, not being able to um, even wanting success.
yeah.
That it's still something, but
We are, we
we
are
are
still,
not so clever, not so smart in a way, because many women actually even don't want to play big. They are afraid of what it might come, what it might bring, that they will not have time.
okay.
Yeah.
I, yeah, I think I would I tend to see more positive, like because like women, like we have to also recover from what is that? The centuries, maybe centuries of social conditioning, kind of we have to yeah, we were like in the past, like we
Yeah.
were forced to take certain roles, that
Yeah.
prevented us, that form these beliefs, it's still like in our subconscious, and then we have to overcome that, and then we still need to do the actual work, like in the business, like, and yeah, kind of, to give credits to fellow women, like it is like, yeah,
Mhm.
uh we are like, I got the sense also, like I was also like in a recently I was in a conference with women, smart women in tech leadership. So I
Great.
think that there is this very eagerness to learn as well. And that brings me to my next question, Yana, because you mentioned about the smart way of doing business, like
Yeah.
that. Give us the goods.
Yes. I think the business is grown in certain stages, and
Mm,
it's very important to know what is actually important for each stage. And
mm,
it's not possible actually to jump over the certain stage, because each stage brings clarity. So first, I think that there is a need for a lot of personalized answers. So people, business owners, they will not learn just from the information available outside.
no.
That's already probably something they are aware, or they should be aware, because they need the personalized answer. They need to know in which stage they are and what they need for this stage to move to another stage. And actually, it's quite something which is relaxing,
Mm,
because when you know that even if you want to build big business, $1 million business or something, there is still just the next stage is waiting for you. And we don't need to look up and to be overwhelmed. We just need to figure out what is the best, what we need to do now to get to the next stage. And if it's done this way, this is already easier, far
okay.
easier.
Yeah.
So it's really the stages. And they are just another thing, simplification.
Mm,
Because I'm working with solopreneurs, I think this is crucial. Simplify. And when you think about the business, there are just three things they need. Three things, nothing more. Everything else is just to support these three things. They need to offer because they need to
ah,
sell. They
yeah.
need sales system to sell this offer, and they need new people knowing about them. And if you think about in this term of simplification, then many things they are working on, probably 80% of them, they would not need. And if they focus on the 20 things that which are bringing results,
Mm,
how many times they can gain, but also how less overwhelmed it will be, it will feel, right? So The third, I would say, it's focus, because we are now in the world when there is so much information that it's even harmful in a way. We have to know when to switch off,
Mm,
when to get relaxed. Right, this is your area of expertise.
mm,
But also in the business, one need to know what to focus on.
mm,
And I believe that it's far better to niche down in a way that these women are like queens of the areas, because
mm,
when they are, then it's so easier, everything. It's so easier to be referred. It's so easier to sell, so easier to partner with others. So just to niche down, to
mm.
become expert, to go deep, to be the person to go to, this is
Nice.
really an asset.
It helps the clarity. So, what I took notes about this, yeah, kind of
Yeah,
first the personalization, which I agree fully because for sure there are a lot of resources out there, kind of articles, blogs, YouTube, and some free downloads, uh, kind of like which probably are part of the overwhelm
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Uh, but like really the key is to personalize it and to really help that particular person, like how to apply it, how to adjust it, how to kind of like to assess maybe also
Both, yeah.
like, yeah, which one is the suitable path for this person. And also I love that, like knowing that okay, the stage, like it's limitless also, but kind of hey, yeah, kind of just know where we are right now, and then yeah, kind of like just work on what is the next step, and then like we'll see further. Because I think just like everything in life, like a business, I don't know if it's like a straight line trajectory, and no, yeah, it's often like there's pivoting, like the situation change, the person change, the maybe the geopolitical situation of the world also change. And love the simplify and the focus, especially on the three things. So we have to have what, an offer and a system to sell and niche.
And new people coming in.
Okay, yeah, kind of
Yeah, yeah.
our yeah our
Always new people
offer.
coming in. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay,
It's three things. Mhm.
yeah, all right. Yeah, if people are interested to know more, Yana, because like yeah, this all connects, yeah, kind of like um yeah, kind of we started off with fear, how it could really prevent us from doing the smart way. And actually, like what we need is to indeed like to address that fear. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of okay through this mindset, like understanding also like, hey, what happened to you, that you have this certain ways of thinking, certain limiting beliefs. Yeah, and then
And these emotions, what you are working in, they are such a great clues. They
yeah,
are giving us really the key to understand
yeah,
what we fear and to work on it. So just ask yourself a few questions like, oh, how do I feel about money? I mean, when you say I'm rich, how how does it feel? When you say I love selling, how does it feel? When you say, oh, I love marketing, how it feels? And when you say, oh, I can sell an offer of 20,000 euro without problem. How does it feel? So then you have already the clue where
yeah,
some emotional triggers when you didn't feel neutral,
mm, mm, yeah,
even sometimes excited if it was for you. But if it wasn't the case, then there
yeah,
is something to work on. And without actually solving first this
mm,
thing, this
yeah,
emotional, this mindset, without that, even if somebody will give you really the roadmap, this is how you can do it. I've done it. In 1 month, you are there.
yeah.
It wouldn't happen.
Indeed, like yeah, it is kind of like this mindset. It's also it's not we cannot shift it overnight. Yeah, often it
Mhm.
connects also with this really old emotions and yeah, yeah, let's call it out. There are some maybe traumas involved, kind of why it is like so hard to, like to change our mind about certain things or to change our emotions. And yeah, kind of that's why I think like we connect very well. Our expertise like connect also on that level. That's really wonderful.
Yes, of course. And that's
Yeah.
why it's so important also what you do.
Mm,
And yeah, and as before it was said, like, oh, it takes a village to raise a
mm.
child. We have definitely we have to say it takes a village to raise a millionaire. Because nobody who achieved the financial success and the financial success is not the most important. It's just somehow the indicator. But if there is a financial success, if it is done the way people want and they are happy about it. So if there is a success, then you
Yeah.
can know that it's definitely it was not achieved alone, that it was achieved with the help of
Yes.
many, many supporters, of many people who will help with the mindset, with the sales, with healing the traumas, with yeah, with healing and doing everything what needs to be done so that you as a business owner you can thrive.
Yes, kind of to see the holistic view of it, and kind of like it
Mhm.
is like,
It
yeah,
is.
I love that that you acknowledge as well, kind of because I think this the internal wealth, kind of like if you feel successful, it doesn't matter like yeah, of course, like we need to be able to provide for ourselves, to provide for the people that depend on us, but also kind of like to have that inner wealth, the feeling that like, oh, my success, my self-worth as a person, as an entrepreneur is not measured by how much money I make, but also kind of like the impact I contribute, that I uphold my values. So it is like, yeah, love it, the concept of like, yeah, it takes a whole village and we are here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all our audience do
Yeah.
know we are here to support you. So please feel free to reach out to Jana or myself. Yeah, kind of depending on what your question is. And Jana, I want to thank you very much for taking the time. Is there any last words you wish to share?
Well, in a way, follow me because there is something incredible coming up. I really wanted to do more with the mindset. So I have a lot of free stuff coming up
Mm.
for people to help them to overcome the first things. And it will be everything around the money.
Okay.
I saw that it will be a good start. And I'm planning to do so in the very very near future. So so follow me and follow us,
Mm.
and you will be notified.
Okay. You will be
And
notified.
there we can go deeper, right?
Yes. Thank you
But
for
thank you
sharing.
very much. Yeah, thank you for this opportunity and thank you for the work you are doing. And it's very important. And I'm looking forward to our next calls and next interviews.
Wonderful. Likewise. So let's wrap it up. Follow us. And yeah, we are here to support you. And
Yes.
till next time, everyone.
To your success. Bye.